Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. Why do men cheat? Well, I wonder, can I make this as short as possible? The short answer is men are more prone to cheat because they have dicks. That's the short answer. And I know as a woman, you're like, that's not what I'm looking for. You got to do more than that. No, I'm trying to tell you that is it. That's literally it. And the reason that you as a woman cannot seem to accept that answer is because you don't have a dick. If you had a dick, then you would understand. You would really understand. It is the same question that we as men have. We as men look back and say, why is it that a woman would want to have a hard object inside of her body thrust again and again and again? We're looking at you ladies, and you ladies will be like, you know what? It feels good. I guess you gotta have a fucking vagina to understand. There you go, girls. That's the answer to the question why men cheat. You don't have dicks. If women had dicks, Lord have mercy, oof, boy, you would understand some real shit. All of you women out there, like, guys can't keep their dicks in their pants. You know why they get, so no, girls, if you had dicks, you gotta have balls too, because that's how you get your semen. You gotta have the dick, the balls, and you gotta have the extra testosterone. Not that bullshit testosterone you women normally have. No. The average male has about 700 to 800 level testosterone in his body. The average woman, way lower than that. I believe it's 100, maybe even a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Bottom line is, no. For you women to understand why men cheat, your testosterone has to be at 800, and you got to have a hard dick with some balls. And then you too will understand why when you see these women walking around here with these little tight ass spandex and all of this other shit. And to be clear, this is not my words. This is just words that I hear guys actually say. so don't beat me up. Wait, listen, this is real. Guys would be like, man, I want to fuck the shit out of this bitch. Yes. And I know that sounds really fucked up because it's like, damn, you sound like such a fucking animal. Yeah, that's how it is to have a hard dick. That's how it is. It is literally so primal. You're willing to risk death in a lot of instances. That's why a lot of guys don't use condoms. They're willing to risk death. HIV is still prevalent, folks. But guys will be like, you know what? I'm going to hit this bitch raw. And women enjoy sex so much that, you know what? You don't know where this guy's been. You have no idea where he's been. But you want that dick so bad, you're like, you know what? He already put the head in, so might as well keep going. The head's the most dangerous part. That's where the HIV comes out of. I'm being real. I'm being honest. Guys cheat because they have dicks. They have dicks. It has been tried and tested. If you make a guy a eunuch, which they used to do back in the days, poor men, but usually they did it to boys at an early age. They would basically castrate them. They would either cut off their dicks or cut off their dicks and balls. Obviously, a lot of children did not survive this procedure, but it happened, folks. It happened. And these men, they had no desire for women. And it was these men that would be in charge of the women or the harems that a lot of the rich people had, because they knew that these men were safe. They could care less about these women. You understand? I'm pointing out this fucked up history to show you girls, once again, that you need a dick to really understand why guys cheat. That's the only way you're going to get it. And this is the best answer a man could possibly give you. It really is. Of course, I could have given you the classic, well, men cheat because of something that they're missing, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. That's not a lie. That's not a lie at all. But it doesn't explain the men that have a good woman fulfilling all their needs, and yet he'll still go out and fuck somebody else because he has a dick and it still gets hard. And this woman is attractive. And once your dick is hard, it's like, yo, we need to go. We need to go now. Are guys just fucking savages? No, actually, we're not. See, the thing is, when it comes to male procreation is basically a way that we keep the human genome going and going and going. No, nature the universe or God has imprinted in our DNA to make sure that when we run into somebody that we are attracted to, we are extremely driven to get to this person that we're attracted to. To be clear, you can be gay as hell, no interest in women, but your dick will be just as hard and you'll be just as savage looking to get to that other man. Sex, sexuality, sexual attraction is not something that any sane human being should fuck with, because it can and will get you killed if you fuck with it. Believe what I say, or look at the history of crimes of passion. That's what they call them, crimes of passion. You understand? So with that being said, men are like this because we have a need, a primal need to procreate. Our dicks get hard, and then we want to basically keep on having sex, keep on being inside of a hot vagina until we ejaculate. And that ejaculation is the sperm for humanity. That's really what it was about. And just in case you girls didn't believe that when a man's dick is hard, he's not in his right mind, just in case you didn't believe it, trust me, when a guy is finished having sex and he comes, if you'll notice, his mind state is a lot cooler. He's chill now. It's like, you know what? How the fuck did I get here? And who the fuck are you? It's really that bad, I'm telling you. Dead serious. Which is exactly why, girls, that sex will not keep a man. Because sooner or later, you get tired of the same person. Because as men, we're not really geared to be with the same woman. Because if we were geared that way, our dicks would not get hard for different women. You understand? How nature is how nature is. Stop trying to beat nature's ass and stop trying to ignore it and all of that other shit. This is the real deal. Men are designed to have sex with numerous women in order to spread their seed. And there is a huge and great reason for this. I'm not saying that that's what men should do in a civilized society. But I am saying that nature has programmed us this way for a very good reason. As a man spreads his seed to different women, what happens is he has different children. These children have different variations of the human genome. If you want the human race to survive, the human genome must continue to be varied. It must have different kinds. We cannot survive if we are the same genetic code on the planet. It doesn't work that way. This is exactly why no two humans are alike. The more variations in the human genome that you have, then the more that we survive as a race of humans when these new crazy ass diseases are either cooked up in a Wuhan lab or come out of nature. This is the reason why you have some people that are immune to HIV, immune to Ebola. These are the reasons why you have that. It is genetic variation of the human genome. So variety is truly why we exist, folks. And that is why men like to have sex with different women. It is coded into our DNA to spread this human seed and to have many different babies with different mothers. And we are programmed to not give a fuck about the consequences. And I'm going to say it one more time. In a civilized society, is that the right thing? Is that the right way to be? No, I've already said that. A man should have as many children as he can be available and take care of. There's nothing wrong with a man having 30 children if he has the time, the resources, and the money for 30 children. But to have 30 children just willy-nilly out here not knowing who their daddy is, yeah, it might help the human genome. Sure, when there's a new virus that comes around, one of those kids might be the savior. But at the end of the fucking day, that human being is still fucked up in the head because he needs his daddy. So, with that being said, girls, I hope that this was educational. I mean, from a man's perspective. And you can take heart in the fact that as men get older, they get less hornier because our testosterone gets lower and lower and lower. And we give less a fuck about sex and pussy and all that other stuff. All I can say is, ladies, if you've been cheated on, you know what? In a very real way, it's life. It's life. It's just what happens. And you know what? Out there for you, there's a guy that has better control over himself. But for the most part, most guys are simply not ready yet. They're not ready to have that control. And it is what it is. There's billions of people on the planet, ladies. If you're single, take your time. Find your one. There's someone out there for you, because there's always another for you. And that's all I got to say about that, ladies. I hope I've been a help there. I really do. I hate to see y'all down in the dumps when y'all get cheated on. It sucks. It really does. But just make sure you take the time for yourself, ladies. Don't just jump into another relationship, because guess what? You're going to get fucked all over again. Believe what I say when I tell you. There is nothing sexier than a vulnerable woman, because the average guy knows that is some easy tail to get. And you know what? Sadly enough, usually when women are in a vulnerable state, they want to feel loved again, or liked, or wanted. It's sad all the way around. And the only thing that can really stop it is you having an ounce of common sense or logic and say, you know what? I like you, dude, but I'm not ready. I'm vulnerable right now, and you're coming across really nice, but of course you would. You're a new guy, and that's just what the fuck you do. You understand what I'm saying? Ladies, have some common sense. Have some wisdom. If you're jumping out of a relationship where you got cheated on, don't look at yourself. It's okay. Yeah, it's possible you did something fucked up. It's possible you ignored him. Yeah, it's possible that you were a great person. You know what I mean? But I think the main thing that you want to do is spend time. Spend time away to just relax and get your head right. Get ready for the next relationship, because you don't want to bring any baggage to the next guy. You know what I mean? I know for me, I always hated that shit. I couldn't stand it. But, you know, men can't cheat by themselves, ladies. You might also want to ask the question of, why do women allow these men such easy access to their insides? Because men know that you love sex. But don't you love yourselves a little bit more than that? Because when the nut is busted, what are you really left with?